Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be working on my 100-day project and playing with loose abstracts on my art journal page using some butterflies. So today I was actually stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit further. Up until this point I'd only done single pages. I thought, why not try a double page? So this is a little flip out page I had in my junk journal. One page, the right hand page is sort of copy paper. The left hand page is actually a postcard from IKEA that I'd sort of taped in with washi tape as a tip in. I'm using one of a sort of newish colour combination to me, which I'm really loving at the moment, because it's so rich and earthy. It's using Sedona, eggplant and carnation, sort of all mixed together randomly on the page, you know, as you do. The Sedona has sort of this really orangey tone to it, but blended in with the other colours, I actually really like it. And I'm also adding a little bit of cheddar because I do love that colour as well. It's sort of got that warmer sort of yellowish tone to it, which blends in really, really nicely. I have been working a lot with brushes, but I do find using my fingers, particularly at the moment, just so much easier to blend colours together and get a smoother blend. I find when I use paint brushes, particularly with my left hand, the strokes tend to go up and down. It's a little bit more rigid. So if I use my fingers, I find it's just that little bit more organic, and I just like the feel of it. But you know, you do you, whatever you find easiest. So now I'm going in with some mark making stamps, just adding a little bit of black to the page. And you don't need all that much, but it's just enough to create a little bit of interest. I'm also going in with some Stabilo Woodies, which are a thicker Stabilo pencil, and doing some mark making. So I'm trying to do sort of some loopy marks and some circles. They weren't particularly successful, but it was nice to have that colour in the background. And you'll notice I'm choosing colours that I've already used on the page. So I'm using that sort of orangey colour. I'm using this eggplanty colour. So I've got that theme continuing across the page. One of the things that I find really important with mark making is that you let it naturally flow over a number of areas. So I'm not keeping, you know, that eggplanty colour just on the pale areas. I'm letting it flow over the oranges and the pinks and the purples. Some areas will blend in, some areas will stand out. Same with the black, it sort of flows over all the areas. A lot of people who sort of do mark making tend to keep them in just one area, and it just looks a little, not contrived, but can't even really think of how to describe it. It's just sort of in that one area. So if you want to make it look a little bit more flowy and let your eye flow across the page, make your marks flow across the page. Let them help blend the colours together somewhat. I'm now going in with some more mark making stamps over the top. I've got this beautiful botanical leafy mark. I've made some circles in the background as well, and I've got that lovely little dotty pattern. So it's sort of all filling in the areas I've got in the background, because it's me. I can't leave areas blank. You know, if I can put a stamp, or if I can put a colour, if I can put a mark in it, that's what's going to happen. I don't learn. It's just, you know, put one thing on top of the other. It's just what I do. So because I don't have enough on there already, I've also got these scribbly little lines. Even though I've scribbled in the background, I'm stamping on some scribbly lines as well. However, what I'm going to do now is add some white over the top. And what you'll notice is it's sort of turned a little bit grey in some areas. That's because it's gone over the Stabilo Oil Pencil. The Stabilo Oil Pencil is a water reactive pencil. So anything that's damp, it's going to start to react with. So it starts to react with the paint. And again, you get these beautiful sort of shades of greys within your paint that, you know, if I tried to do that deliberately, I just couldn't have done. So I really like how, you know, naturally these things form. Now I'm going back over with some more scribbles just to again tie it to the background but have that little bit of white space on my page. I'm also drawing over the top of those botanicals with my white pen just to give it a little doodled effect over the top. And these are really, really loose lines. Those people who've followed my channel before know when I do this sort of thing, it tends to be loose anyway. This is like 10 times looser than I usually am because I really have very little control with my hand. So, you know, the lines are going where the lines are going, and if it's not quite where it's supposed to go, well, so be it. So it's an interesting process. I'm also really struggling with my pen because it's getting to the end of the barrel of ink and it's starting to sort of either not work or squirt out everywhere. So if that happens, I just use a little bit of a wet wipe to pick up the excess ink and wipe it away. I'm just drying off my page to make sure that it's sort of all ready for my next bit that I'm going to add in. So I wanted to add some focal images to this, and I've been adding a lot of paper dolls to my collages because they've been really handy. They're already die cut out, they're nice and trimmed. I don't like things having white edges on them, so if you can trim them up nice and close to the image, I really like that, which is why sort of paper dolls are my favorites. But as I was going through my pile of paper dolls, I came across these beautiful butterflies, which again are from Tim Holtz's Ideology, and they're on transparencies, and they're just beautiful, and the colors fitted with this page just so well. That gorgeous orange on it, that little pop of green as a little bit of a contrast to the other colors on the page. I just thought they were perfect for this. So I'm actually gluing them down using my normal glue. The great thing about this, even though it's transparency, that glue dries clear, so once it's dried you're not going to see the glue underneath it, which I really love. I also chose to have an odd number of butterflies on my page. So they are different sizes, but there's an odd number, and that just sort of helps with the balance of the page somewhat. So you know, if the design of it's not working, try having an odd number on the page. The two words that I chose to have on this page kind of represented how I was feeling on the day and how I was feeling generally about my journey at the moment, my artistic journey with my cast, and it's just be brave, use your wings. You know, even if it's broken, you can still do things. If you had told me 2 months ago that I was creating artwork with my left hand, I would have laughed at you because I honestly didn't think I would be able to do it. The fact that I didn't have a choice, you know, it was just going to happen. So art for me, as well as being fun and what I like to do, is also to help keep me, you know, regulated. And if I didn't have this artistic output, I'd really, really struggle. So those words, you know, be brave and use your wings, really, really resonated with me and inspired me to keep going with making this art with my left hand. So I hope this is you have enjoyed and you'll have a go at trying it. You know, be brave, use your wings, try doing something different. So it might be using a different color combination, it might be using your non-dominant hand. Have a go at challenging yourself to do something new. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye for now.